You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about, like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW, let us surprise you.
Welcome to the RuPaul's Drag Race Recap Show for Season 18, Episode 7, titled Drag Queens for Change. My name is Joe Batanz, and I am joined, as always, by one progressive co-host from the podcast, Bravo, Bravo, effing Bravo. Please say... Okay. To Mr. Nathan Patrick Brown. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, Joe.
Wait.
I don't want to squabble this opportunity right now.
Oh, are you still on that? By the way, if you guys are listening, I don't know how Nathan and I are going to have the energy for this show. We just recorded, well, depending on what tier you are, it depends on what level you get. We recorded a Just Between Us Girls that was an hour and 10 minutes long. Mm-hmm. If we do an hour and 10 recap show, I will be very angry.
I can't imagine we will.
I can't imagine this is much longer than 30 minutes. Let's make predictions. How long? I'm going to call this. I'm going to say this is going to be 33 minutes long without the outro.
You know what? You say that, but then I just have a feeling you're going to go on a rant about padding or clowns and actually have political takes on their videos, their propositions. Yeah. So who knows? Mm-hmm. Let's say 43 minutes.
You're going to say 43 minutes. And I said, what, 32 or 33? What did I say?
I can't remember.
I'm going to go with 33. So
33.
Even. You're 10 minutes ahead of me. All right, here we go. So if you want to, again, this is an ad. This is eventually going to be on the public feed, but this is really mostly an ad for the people already on Patreon. Wow, they're getting a lot of content this week because executive tier and exclusive tier, they're going to get a shorter episode. I don't know how long it'll be. What would you guess, Nathan? 45, 50 minutes?
Oh, yeah, of J-Bug, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a whole segment that I'm going to take out, and that's going to be a bonus segment that goes to the expensive tier. I might just give them the raw original episode, expensive tier. So no bonus. They just get, I don't know. I'll do it some way, right? But that one I think was a little too hot for TV. You know? And you know it's bad if I already just said that old people have no value. So yeah, I know. What did you Nathan, without getting too much into it, because we're going to talk about this on Burlesque Thoughts. What did you think of that whole big takeaway argument?
Between you and Laurie about age? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I respect Laurie. I love Laurie. Sometimes I think she just talks. And I don't know if I think she just makes up her mind about something and she's like, yeah, I believe that and I stick to it. And then she just says it. And I don't know, maybe you're sort of similar.
There is, and I've heard that both of us are very similar.
I think you both are just a bit stubborn.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think both of us just want to win and not find an actual solution. We'll just fucking blow up the world just to win. It's very Trumpian, to be honest with you.
But what's Trumpian to me is that you'll just like disagree with Laurie, but eventually you're just like, whatever, let her just talk. And then on podcasts where she's not present, that's when you'll keep up the argument against her when she comes back.
That is the beauty of the bully pulpit. Beauty of the bully pulpit. So if you want that, now look, you can't join. Expensive tier is sold out. So unfortunately, you won't get that one. But if you want to hear like the 45-minute, which that one is very good too, by the way. Don't think that it's boring. And then there's this. No, it was actually it was a very lengthy Just Between Us Girls where we talked about John Paul and his microaggressions. And I have to go because like someone calls me and says they've been waiting for me somewhere, and I'm like, I gotta go.
Chaotic.
It's chaotic. All right, so do that at patreon.com/after. Wait, you guys are already on Patreon. You guys know where to go on the Patreon app, upgrade to executive tier level and above. All right, let's jump into the episode. This week, the girls break up into pairs to film for and against campaign ads for gay-coded propositions. On the runway, the category is I Can See Right Through Her. On the main stage, Mikey Meeks was named the winner of the challenge, while Juicy Love Dion and Vita Von T Star were placed in the bottom two after lip sync battle for their lives. Juicy Love Dion lived to see another day, while Vita Von T Star was asked to sashay away. Nathan Patrick Brown, can you name 2 things you liked about the episode and 1 thing you did not?
Yes, well, I loved seeing Mia teach them the Kennedy Davenport choreography in the workroom. I thought that was just like a really fun little scene, which, we don't always get fun moments like that in the workroom. And so I really enjoyed that. And the other thing I liked about this episode was that it surprised me. Like, I don't think before watching it, I would have guessed who went home and who won the challenge. And so I just think that's nice that, this far into a show, 18 seasons in or whatever, we're still getting surprised. So I liked that.
That's a good point, because I'll say this now. It's a note I have because it's from last night, but it's an outdated note. But during the elimination day, when Discord was going on about her time in Florida, I was like, uh-oh, Discord's days are numbered, right? But no, they weren't.
Yeah, it's sort of like a red herring. Yeah, and the same sort of thing happened with Mikey being in the bottom last week, where they're just like surprising us. We think we know, but we don't know, which is fun. It keeps it fresh. The thing I did not like was just Leland being a guest judge for a non-singing challenge. I just did we run out of budget for an actual celebrity? I don't know.
Yeah, they could have just kept it Jamal. I wonder if that was a celebrity that canceled last minute.
They'd have to be, because you wouldn't get Leland on for something that's not a girl group challenge or something.
But then can't you call someone else in? I don't know, Nicole Byer. What is she doing? Or anybody.
Anybody.
Literally anybody.
Yeah. I was confused by that.
I've noticed that because there was something about Leland's voice that bugged me.
Oh?
And this is a weird, obscure thing. I realize who he sounds like. He sounds like the pastor at my parents' church.
Maybe that's his second job.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, Father John? Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. That's what I kind of think.
Because he's not high profile. I looked him up. Mm-hmm. And his Wikipedia doesn't even have a photo of him. And I just think if we're going to have a guest judge on the show, let's at least have them have a Wikipedia photo.
Yes. Or it can't be that your only real credit is RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, I feel like we're going back in the days of Alessana Torresani or whatever from some random show, I don't know. I just miss the big names.
Yeah, it must have been someone canceled last minute. That must be really what it was. And they're like, well, who are we going to get last minute,
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe they did try Nicole Byer. Maybe she was busy. But honestly, I'm being completely honest. I'm being 100% honest. Even though I hate this person, right? Because this Ross Matthews, he's on the Drew Barrymore show. Okay, so he's not going to be available all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got this Carson Kressley. I don't know what he's up to, but I get the impression he doesn't live in Los Angeles, right? Maybe he does. But maybe he lives somewhere else. That's a big pain.
You never see him at the Gelsons in the Valley?
I never see him at the Gelsons in the Valley, nothing, right? And also, I think he does do other projects. The HGTV, How Clean Is Your House Challenge or something, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this T.S. Madison doing? What the fuck does she do? I'm being honest.
I guess. Does she do a podcast?
What did she do before Drag Race?
Huh.
Okay, I'm
I don't know.
Because
where'd she come from?
Leland is a songwriter, right? Leland is a songwriter, yada, 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 yada. And he does have industry credits that maybe we might not know, but he's a working songwriter. I'm going to go on this Wikipedia and see what the fuck this T.S. Madison does.
And I know she's being cancelled, but I do still enjoy that one clip where she says, "Not the boreworms."
Yeah, okay.
Remember that one? God, that was good.
Is an American entertainer with the reality show The T.S. Madison Experience. She became the first black transgender woman to star in her own reality series. She has acted in films including Zola and Bros, and has been a permanent life and career, blah, 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 signed a recording contract. Oh, she started doing sex work after being fired from multiple jobs for being trans. Madison is a trans woman. Madison signed a recording contract with Pink Money, her debut album. What? Okay. She's done little small acting roles. And then guest judge on RuPaul's Drag Race. And then in 2021, the T.S. Madison Experience debuted on WeTV. WeTV?
What's that?
I don't know. I guess she's on her voice is sampled on the song Cozy in Beyonce's 2022 album Renaissance.
Oh, okay.
But really, RuPaul's Drag Race is really, it's weird because it's a weird show business thing where RuPaul, for some reason, plucked T.S. Madison out of obscurity.
Yeah.
Made her a guest judge on Drag Race. And now T.S. Madison has this inflated view of herself as this person. I don't know. It's very, very bizarre. Thank you. Anyway, and one thing you didn't like.
That was it.
What was it?
Leland.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. On that note, why don't we take a break? When we come back, and also if you're not going to have a career to stand back on, to like, I have this career, I have this like thing I can fuck you. I'm really talented. I've done things. Mm-hmm. First of all, no one should be racist or sexist or anything-ist. Okay.
What about feminist?
Yeah, feminist you can be, right? But I'm just saying, against things, right?
Yeah.
Ageist. Right? No. Can't be any of those things. But like, who the fuck is T.S.? Because T.S. Madison is like, I can be racist and boo, right? She's a horrible, horrible human being. I hope she hears this. I found out she had a stalker. Who's stalking T.S. Madison? She took a restraining order. She should be thankful she has a stalker. Gives her something to talk about. Thank you.
Yeah. Just like this Jill Zarin. Just shut up.
Have we talked about that? Oh, you talked to me about this already privately. Yeah. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't predict the future, but it can help you feel confident about future hires. Because Hiring Pro combines real-time insights and candidate data from the LinkedIn network with the criteria you've set for your role to deliver you a list of top-fit candidates. Businesses who use LinkedIn are 24% less likely to reopen a role in the next 12 months. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
And we are back. After Sierra's elimination, the girls enter the workroom to decompress and de-drag. Mikey feels a type of way about her placement. The Florida girls show off some Florida pride. Meanwhile, Athena Dion takes umbrage with all of the collusion and commitments made before the actual votes take place. The next day, the girls enter the workroom ready for the next day's challenge, or for the day's challenge. As they approach the table, they notice a folder with a breakdown of all the votes for Raida Queen. Nene questions her relationships with the other queens. Kenya attributes her ranking to chess, not checkers. Meanwhile, Discord believes her surprise ranking from Sierra resulted from her sly and subtle suggestions. Let's stop right there. Nathan, let's first talk about everything that happened after the episode, after Sierra's elimination. Did you have any big thoughts on what happened then?
Well, first of all, Discord said she's going to recruit Athena for her punk band. And I'm just like, did we watch the same lip sync?
What punk band is this?
I think she does.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch? Like, what punk band?
Oh, that gagged me. And Jane just can't pick a lane on whether she's like happy she's doing well or pissed off that she's not doing better. Like, I don't know. She's really annoying me. And she wasn't even that bad this week, but I'm just like, enough with the pity party.
Yeah, I heard that Mikey Meeks on her own podcast said something like, did Jane enjoy any experience at Drag Race?
Right? Yeah. Whereas, when people are having fun, you like them. You like to see that. Like Darlene, I feel like, is just such a ball of energy on this show, and it's like fun to watch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's go ahead.
Let's go through it. No, let's get through it.
So Athena, and this is why, Robert loves this Athena, and I could see why. She is camp, but what I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's genuine. I don't think it's show, but Athena is coming for whatever week wasn't her, First of all, she came in second. So and we saw the book, she got a lot of really positive votes. She hadn't seen it by this point though.
But she knew she was in the top.
But she knew she was in the top, and she's like, what's with all these like commitments and conspiracies and behind the scenes, And I'm like, bitch, you were like the queen of this.
I know, but like their Untucked was like an hour ago, and that was where like, it was weird when they kept pulling those, like Sierra kept pulling the other 4 queens or the 5 queens aside and said, let's vote as a block. Like it would have been annoying for Athena and the others. But yes, Athena did do it too.
Athena's retort, because they were like, well, what about you with Juicy and Mia? And she's like, no. I was going to do that, but then they performed so well, I didn't do it. I'm like, no, but you would have done it. Like
it is insane. Because like if they didn't perform well, she still would have put them in the top.
She still would have put them 1 or 2. She doesn't even deny that. But she thinks because they performed well, it negates her doing that and that she didn't really do it. I'm like, that is so cracked out. It's so weird.
It's fun. It's fun though.
It is fun. And then go ahead. Sorry.
Because they all must know the receipt book is coming. Like, because that's been a trope. Ever since we've been doing Raida Queen, they've been showing how the votes go. So it's like, no point lying about it. But then this Vita sort of seems to... Well, she seems to make out that she really strategically, like, helped Discord out by placing her high to protect her. But she voted her 4th? I don't understand it.
I know. And then it's Discord's mad about... Well, we haven't gotten there yet. We'll get there. Okay, so anything else? I want to say about Mikey Meeks. So Mikey Meeks, she's so upset. Robert and I on Rulaska Thoughts should talk about this. But I have a feeling we won't. Is this Mikey Meeks? She's so upset, that they ranked her lower. And what does that say about me? Sorry. It's been a long day. And what does that say? Oh, they don't like me. I'm like, bitch, this had nothing to do with you. This is definitely one of those cases where it's not personal, it's just drag. And you weren't involved in any of the collusion. And so because there were different people who had to vote for different people, that's why you were lower. The end.
Yeah, well, I mean, it must mean that she's not close friends with them.
Yeah, it could mean that. Well, wasn't she really close with Briar? Briar's gone.
Briar's gone, yeah.
She made all these friends, and the people maybe she's made friends with are gone, including Briar Blush. All right, now let's talk about the next part. Let's talk about the next day when they do see this Raida Queen book. What did you think of that?
Well, I'm a bit worn out by it, honestly. This is our third week now talking about Raida Queen, and it's just like, oh god, we're talking about how the votes went. You know, like it's very annoying to still be talking about it. But I mean, that said, there was a couple of interesting things. For me, Sierra Sierra voted Mikey last instead of Discord, even though we had 2 weeks of that campaign to put Discord last. So like. That's interesting, but Sierra's not there to actually explain why and talk about it. So then the payoff wasn't there.
We don't know why. I'm very curious. I wonder if Sierra has gone on social media and said why she voted for Mikey. It's like, I'm going to vote this person last, and she posted like second to last. It's very strange.
Yeah, I bet she's kicking herself, being like, I should have just put Discord at the bottom.
I wonder if there was this shadow campaign that we didn't know about, because it is weird that almost everybody put Mikey last. That maybe the collusion was, okay, let's put Mikey last. Because remember, there were people who had reservations. Like Vita was like, let me look at the Raida Queen. I have, producer extraordinaire Scott Dreyer actually gave me how everyone voted. So let's see here.
But I think if there was a campaign to put Mikey last, we would have seen it because we saw everything else in regards to this voting.
Yeah, but then it would have ruined the surprise, maybe? Okay, let me see here.
Did like being surprised.
Who are we looking at? Mikey's rankings? Where's Mikey at? Darlene, Vita.
That's week 1.
Sierra. Oh, group 2. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Nene put her third. Nene put her third. Juicy put her fourth. Sierra, Darlene, and Vita put her last. So I'm wondering if it's one of these things where, and we just didn't see it and they wanted to keep us surprised, where Vita said, I'm not going to put Discord up because she's my girl, right? And there was somebody else who, Juicy was uncomfortable with it too, right? And so then maybe they were like, okay, well then we'll just do Mikey.
Yeah, it's hard to make sense of it, really. I don't know. But also, I've stopped caring.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, now let's move on to anything else other than about the whatever it's called.
Let's put it behind us.
I'm trying to find the script. I was trying to kill time because I will say Scott does amazing outlines, but this one like 6 pages.
Yeah, I mean, there was one moment between like Nene and Kenya where they sort of beefed a little bit, but I just don't think that's going to go anywhere.
It wasn't that big of a deal. I saw that.
Yeah, it wasn't a big of a deal. So, and that was it.
Yeah,
so it wasn't
later,
drama.
RuPaul entered the workroom to announce this week's Maxi challenge. Working in pairs, the girls must film parody political ads. One queen will be for a proposition, while the other queen will film an ad that opposes the proposition. The queens draw colored nuts from a bag, and the matching nuts will decide the pairs. In the workroom, the girls get to work on their assignments. First, they gather around and decide which pairs will tackle which propositions. There is a minor back and forth between Mia and Darlene about a certain proposition, but it gets worked out in the end. Later, Mia and Juicy struggle to come up with ideas for their ads. Later on the soundstage, the girls film their ads with director Michelle Visage. Mikey makes Michelle laugh. Juicy struggles. Discord impresses. Meanwhile, Vita takes too long. All right. So unless I'm very surprised that this happened, but did you have big thoughts on RuPaul announcing the thing or the picking of the nuts or anything like that?
No, the only thing I quite liked was that they made the queens, once they had their nuts, just stand there like holding up their nuts above their shoulder for Ru to do the rest of his speech. And I just thought that was a funny visual.
Okay, well then let's go in the workroom. So again, now this is a weekly thing where they get some sort of challenge where they have to fight over who has what.
Yeah.
Let's go. So the workroom. So the big fight here is Mia. Even though Mia's in a pair with Juicy's not really involved in this fight, and it's Darlene, but Vita doesn't really seem to care. She's grimacing in the background, so it's really between Mia and Darlene.
Yep.
And it's this thing. This is this weird moment. Again, it reminds me of the Athena thing, where Mia is like, well, a couple of weeks ago when we were doing this challenge, you wanted this role and I wanted that role, but I just was like, I'll let you have it. And Darlene's like, but I didn't know you wanted that role.
You never said anything.
I didn't say anything because I wanted you to have it. And I agree with Darlene.
Yeah,
if you didn't
100%.
say anything, you can't take credit for it.
Yeah. That can't be used in an argument if it wasn't raised at the time.
Yeah. But it was getting very tiresome. And I was like, which is funny because then the girls landed up trying to do this, but Mia wouldn't have him. Like, just flip a fucking coin.
Well, I thought Jane sort of was on the money when she joked, being like, all right, let's go into your stations and see who has the biggest breastplate. And I was like, yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And then what was the deal that they made? Darlene was like, okay, well, you can have this, but then in the future, what? I didn't get it.
Well, just like if anything like this happens again in the future where we're fighting over roles, like I'll be looked after.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that deal doesn't really benefit Vita since she's now gone.
Yeah.
And Darlene's not going to be around forever. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It didn't really... Usually when they're fighting over a role, I'm like, yeah, they should fight for it because that role's much better than the others. But they all seemed pretty much the same.
Yeah, they all seem pretty much the same. And then we had the Maxi Challenge recording with Michelle. I had no notes. I don't know if you had any.
Yes, I have a few. First of all, as soon as anyone asks this Michelle a question, she's like, how the fuck do you not know what you're doing? She gets like really aggro about it.
It's
and
one of
like,
these where like she's director Michelle Visage, right? And then she go like, well, we don't know what they're doing. That you do you. You do, whatever. I'm like, what kind of director is this? Where she's like, it's up to you. I'm not. What am I? Why am I here? Why am I going to tell you what to do? I'm like, because you're the fucking director.
And yeah, I don't know. She pisses me off. But it is funny. And then Juicy was just like really stressed and anxious the whole time. And I'm like, but you fought for well, she didn't really fight for this role, but she got the one she wanted. You know, like, so I don't know why she was so plucked.
Yeah, I think Juicy was like nervous and realized like, with the SNL sketch, it was like she got lucky, and
Well, she got Mikey.
she got
really
Mikey
coached her.
helped her a lot. Yeah, and then this one is like Athena's a big dummy when this comes. You know, they're both dancers. They're not like actors or performers or anything like that. Well, they're performers, but not in like acting and comedy. You know.
Yeah.
And so I think I didn't think Mia was very good either, but we're only talking about the recording session. Any other thoughts here?
Vita was very funny, and just how she was just like so unbothered, just low energy, and like the rolling of the suitcases, I thought was hilarious. So like, yeah, you could already see where it was going to go with Vita. Mm-hmm. It was funny.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Next, it's elimination day, and the girls get ready for the runway. Mia recalls working with Kennedy Davenport and then recreates a signature Davenport dance move. Discord moved to Florida and had a bad experience with a roommate. Athena talks terrible Florida reactions to drag queens. Meanwhile, Vita discusses gay bashings in Alabama. Now, to be fair to Discord, I didn't want to get into it in the description. What she was actually talking about was that she moved to Florida with, I believe, her sister and her sister's boyfriend. And when she got there, the boyfriend of the sister became super MAGA and radicalized and like destroyed all her shit or something.
Yeah, that's her story.
You think there's another version?
Well, I just think like, I thought it was the sister and the boyfriend or whatever was already living there.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, maybe.
And then Discord moved in with all of Discord's drag and the partner.
Oh.
And then I'm just thinking, like, I wonder if Discord was just tough to live with and was like leaving her shit around.
Yeah.
Like it was just, that's where it started. Or maybe, you know, he got radicalized. Who can say?
So I have a question for you. I wrote it in my notes. I'm glad I wrote it in my notes to ask you about this because I've forgotten. But there's a lot of talk in this episode, in this segment especially, about Florida. Discord. She moves to Florida and it's super MAGA and gross, and the sister's boyfriend gets radicalized and attacks Discord's stuff. Then there's talk about in Miami and with Athena and some sort of MAGA people were like disrupting her drag brunch because they want to use it as an example. Florida, right? And I think some people, is there a discussion about Florida and what kind of place it is? But you've been to Florida how many times now?
Like 3.
But only the Orlando area, correct?
I have done a couple of nights in Miami.
Okay. You've done a couple of nights in Miami. You've done Orlando. What is your opinion of the state of Florida?
Love it.
Really?
Love it. It's so fun where I go.
So where you go, it's fun.
Yeah, where I go, it's fucking magical.
Yeah.
but I haven't been to the other places.
So you have no opinion on Florida, really? Well, you do. You love it.
I love it. And as, you know, someone who likes to travel to America, I am not speaking out against Florida. You know?
Oh, are you saying because you're afraid of Florida?
Nope. I am pro-America.
I don't get the joke here.
I just don't want any Esthers or anything to be cancelled. You know, I am pro-America.
Who's Esther?
That's the visa waiver thing. For me to get into America, I need an ESTA.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
It's just, you know, you hear all these stories of people being turned away at the border, and, you know, I ain't going on a 12-hour flight to then be turned around. Like, no, thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Without disparaging any state in the union, what states have you been to?
So I've been to Florida, Texas, North Carolina, Louisiana, New York, Massachusetts, Illinois, and then Cali, and then California. No one says Cali.
No one says Cali.
Nevada, Arizona, Alaska.
You've been to a lot of the states.
Yeah. And then it's just that middle area I sort of haven't done too much in.
So are there any favorite locations? Well, let's take Los Angeles out of the picture because people might think I'm, trying to push Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Hawaii?
Oh, yeah, been to Hawaii. Love Hawaii. Yeah.
Isn't Hawaii great? So take Southern California out of the equation. I don't want people to think I'm like pushing for that. So with that out of the equation, what have been some of your favorite places in the U.S.?
I mean, New York is that girl. Love New York. And I really liked New Orleans. Thought that was a lot of fun. I mean, Vegas is fun. But not to live, but like to visit, sure.
Yeah.
To live, I don't know where I would end up. You know, Boston was cute, but like I don't think I'd live there. I think I'd get bored there. I don't think I'd live in Florida. But
that was a trap to get you to say that. Your Esther's been canceled now.
No.
All right. Those are all the notes I have for Elimination Day. Do you have any other notes on Elimination Day?
Yeah, there's this one moment where Nini's talking to the other girls and she's like, guys, you will not believe this, but in our Kai Kai skit, Discord and I made out. And I'm just like, yes, every time there's a fucking acting challenge on this show, two of the drag queens will make out. Like, that is not that crazy. And like in a Kai Kai skit, I'd expect it.
And just to give a preview, have either of them ever made out with somebody?
Not with human beings, no.
The kissing that they did was so weird. Because sometimes look, they'll do like sometimes you'll see them, they'll do the hand over the mouth thing, and then like they cover the mouth and they pretend they're making out, or maybe they full on make out or something like that, right? But like they like touch tongues and then we're like doing like.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
It was very strange. It was very, very weird.
Was Michelle like not directing them on how to kiss like human beings?
I don't know. It was really, really weird. Any other thoughts on Elimination Day?
I already said I liked the Kennedy dance, and then I was just thinking like, why didn't they do that when they were in their like girl groups and stuff?
Yeah.
All these people could dance apparently all of a sudden.
Okay, very good. Now let's go to the runway. I can see right through her. Do you have any big thoughts on this, Nathan?
Well, I thought it was a fun prompt. I really liked Mikey's clear suit. I thought Nini's candy wrapper was probably my favorite. I didn't love Jane's face kini look. I feel like I'm over face kinis. I feel like been there, done that.
Yeah.
And Discord's walk is back to being funny again for me now.
Yeah.
Last week I was like over it, but this week I'm like, you know what? It's still funny.
Those are all your runway thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm gonna.
Are you trying to get into this 33-minute mark?
No, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. We're right at the 33-minute mark right now. It's going to be different in the final recording, everybody, because I have to edit things out and do this. But there's no way. We still have to do the main stage. We still do the Maxi challenge. I think it's actually be closer to your 43.
Ooh, let's do it.
All right, let's talk about this Maxi challenge presentation. First, we had up with Prop C. For clown, I believe. It's Jane Don't and Kenya Pleaser. Your thoughts here on this?
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. I thought Jane was good, But sort of like how I'm over face Keenies, like I feel like we've seen the clown thing being done before, or I've heard like the clown jokes being done before, but she did do it well. She didn't crash and burn. And Kenya also was much better than I thought she would be. And I liked that she did like the callback to the learn your words thing. So I was like, oh yeah, good week for Kenya. Like any other week, she could have gone home with this type of challenge. So I was like proud of her for stepping up.
I completely agree with you on everything you said. I wrote pretty good. I'm done with the clown stuff, but Jane Doan did a good job with it. I was happy with Kenya. All across the board, I agree with you. Next, we have Juicy and Mia for prop double Ds. Your thoughts here?
This one was just too serious. Like, I don't know why Juicy went with that environmental angle when you could have done anything. Like, she doesn't wear pads. I don't know. Like, is that the reason you don't wear pads, Juicy? Like, she makes a couple of hog body jokes, I guess, but it just didn't go far enough or silly enough, maybe. And sort of the same with Mia. Like, she could have gone bigger with the pads and bigger with the boobs. Like, I feel like Darlene had bigger boobs this week. Like, I don't know if Darlene did that to prove a point or something, but like, yeah, I just thought if you're going to fight that hard to have the double Ds, like really go outrageous with it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I actually like Juicy's a little bit better than Mia's, but it was not very good.
You
It felt
did?
very. I did actually. It felt. By the way, it's like a D- to an F. It's not like Juicy's was good, but again, it was not good. Felt very forced. Okay, next we have Darlene Mitchell and Vita Vonti Starr. This was called Prop for Real. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts here?
I thought Darlene did a really good job. Yeah, she was good. I mean, again, she wasn't doing anything crazy. She didn't reinvent the wheel, but like for what she did, it was pretty good. Vita was flat, and she didn't really have a perspective on it. Like, I don't know, she could have done it more like an attack ad or something. She was sort of just like, I'm Vita, and I roll around in cash, and like that was it.
Yeah.
But I still love it. Was giving me little Kenya Michaels in that lip sync with Latrice, like in just how bad it was. Like I was laughing.
Oh, you were laughing because of how bad it was.
I thought it was hilarious.
I actually thought Darlene's was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually surprised she wasn't closer to the top. But Vita, maybe because of Vita, I thought was pretty bad. It seemed like she wanted to be anywhere else but there. She wasn't really trying, and it was like, yeah, really slow, even in the recording. I wonder if there was something else going on that we don't know about. All right, next we have Athena Dion and Mikey Meeks for prop 6969. Your thoughts here?
I thought they did great. I thought Athena did really well. I know that character, you know, and she did a good job. With Mikey though, I'm like, who's Stephanie Miller? They all kept laughing at that. Is that a person? Like, I genuinely don't know.
No, look, I haven't answered your question, but for me to answer your question, I have to break the illusion.
Oh.
So everyone, because of scheduling issues, we recorded Rulaska Thoughts before Drag Race Recap, like right before.
I don't think
Nathan
anyone
and
has
Robert said hi
gotten
to
that
each
sense
other.
yet.
Yeah. Robert and Nathan said hi to each other when they were passing. In fact, this is why I was probably pretty angry in the beginning, because as you will hear on Rulaska Thoughts, I got pretty worked up. So I'm all angry at the beginning of this show, like just yelling and stuff. But anyway, so because Robert brings it up, and he brings it up, he's going to bring it up on Rulaska Thoughts in this, like, I can't believe RuPaul and Michelle are so stupid that they didn't catch the joke. And then I was
I
like,
didn't catch it.
I didn't catch the joke. It's a
I
play.
got the sense it was a joke, but I didn't get it.
It's a play on Stephen Miller.
And who's that?
Stephen Miller is this horrible. You think Trump is bad? And Trump is bad. Stephen Miller is the evil Yago behind Trump. He's this little snaky piece of shit, bald guy. He's awful human being. The devil, right?
Okay.
And so Robert claims, I don't know if this is true or not, but Robert claims that this is a play on Stephen Miller.
Okay.
So there you go.
That sounds right. Well, I mean, yeah, Mikey did well.
Yeah.
I thought this was probably the best duo. Like if it was like in teams, like judged in teams, like this would be the winner. Again, I mean, it felt very obvious, but like, you know, that's kind of okay sometimes, you know, just talking about foreign wieners.
I thought like everything Athena does, it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't stellar to me. It was fine. I thought Mikey was better. Well, obviously she won, but for me, the whole sketch was fine.
This whole episode was sort of just fine. Like, I got nothing really to complain about it, but I've got nothing really like to praise about this episode either. Like, it's all fine.
Yeah. And then Discord Adams and Nene Coco. Your thoughts were Prop Kiki. What did you think here?
Discord did a lot better than I thought she would. I thought the Club 96 whisper thing she was doing was actually like pretty fun and effective. Nene, she was all right. I feel like there could have been more for them to say about why drag queens dating might not work out, which they didn't. She never really explained it apart from like, oh, muscly guys can carry your bags, or it makes you sick. And I was like, okay, but like, I don't really get it. Like, show me why that would be so bad.
Yeah.
But again, these aren't real ads. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm expecting.
To me, it was a little studied, not funny, but it was safe for me. And they were pressed that they weren't winning. Like,
they were never going to win.
We're the winners, clearly. I'm like,
that was crazy.
Yeah. All right. On the main stage, Mikey Meeks is named the winner of the challenge, while Juicy Love Dion and Vita Von T Star are placed in the bottom two, forcing them to face off in a lip sync battle for their lives. The song Houdini by Dua Lipa. In the end, Juicy lived to see another day, while Vita Von T Star was asked to sashay away. Nathan Patrick Brown, did the right queen win the challenge? Were the right two queens in the bottom, and did the right queen get the chop?
Yeah, so for the right queen winning, like I'm glad Mikey won. Like I'm happy for her. I don't know if she was actually the best in the challenge. Like I don't know. Maybe I liked Darlene a bit more, but I'm fine with it. I'm not bothered that Mikey won. And the bottom two, I feel like that was correct.
It was the correct bottom two.
I enjoyed Mia that little bit more than I enjoyed Juicy.
Yes,
and I feel like Vita had to be in the bottom.
Oh, no, wait, I said Juicy was better. Never mind. I mildly disagree, but it's one of those things where it's like, sure, they're both shitty.
Yeah, and as much fun as it would have been to have seen like Juicy and Mia in a lip sync again, I was happy that they sort of saved that, or like they've saved Mia for later. I think the bottom two was right in that respect. Like, it's sad to see Vita go as well, though, but apparently it was her time. I thought she would have been there a bit longer, but no. The lip sync was good. I know it's kind of. I guess you already talked about this with Laurie and that, but like, Juicy performed the song in a way that she embodied it. Like, her movements matched the like mood of the song, even if she wasn't really like hitting the lyrics with like her lips. You know what I mean? Like, she was sort of lip syncing along, but she sort of wasn't. But it was like in a way that was like, no, you are doing the song, but it's just like it doesn't look overdone like we're used to sort of seeing. So like, I still think she won for sure. I think accuracy with the lip sync is one component. This is what I'm guessing. One component of it. It's not the whole thing, Yeah. I don't think it's the whole thing. I think it's really embodying the song. I think when you get to someone like Kenya Pleaser, who just really doesn't do too much but walk and point, well, then it's, bitch, if that's all you're going to do, then nail the words. Does that make sense? So like, Athena's doing so much to embody the song that you might even forgive her a little bit for smudging a word here and there. This is my thinking. I mean, this is not official from the judges. Yeah. No, I see. She was just not overdoing it. But she wasn't. Whereas like Kenya, I think was actually saying watermelon, because we know all those old drag tricks. Yeah. She wasn't doing that. She just really wasn't opening her mouth that wide. Like, could be true. I'm not going to say she should lose for that. But
I actually want to compare it to last week's Mikey Meeks performance of Toxic, where it's like, well, yeah, Mikey Meeks won because Sierra was so bad, but Mikey Meeks didn't really embody the song.
No, but this where Juicy, like the movements were like perfectly timed to the song. So it's like she knows the song. She knows the song, and like the movements she was doing were so thematic with the song that if they were in the music video, I wouldn't be surprised. There was a drag queen, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was to a Janet Jackson song that actually was doing the choreography from the music video. Was it Aquaria?
Was it? I can't remember.
I think so. And then I think wasn't like the Judas lip sync, like with Jinx. Jinx wasn't doing the choreo, but like Shea Coulee or someone was, and people were mad that like Shea didn't get the credit for doing the choreo or something like that.
I know. So,
but it's funny because Juicy's doing the "I'm a Slave for You" choreography in this one. Like,
is that what she was doing?
Yeah, Mia and her were doing it earlier on in the episode, and then in Untucked, Mia says to Juicy, like, hey, if we're both in the bottom, let's just do the Slave for You choreography.
Okay.
Which would have been really cool to see both of them doing it at the same time. But like, anyway, it was cool to see Juicy do that.
Yeah, it was a fantastic lip sync on Juicy's end. It really was like a stellar lip sync. And, props to her, mama.
And it's not to say that like Vita's was bad. It's just my eye wasn't on her.
Vita's was just a standard issue. You go to Mickey's on a Monday night at 11 and see Vita lip sync a song, and that's what she does.
Yeah. And we're at 43 minutes, so I'll just say I'm excited for Snatch Game next week being a little bit different. Let's see how it pans out.
Oh, I have a feeling Robert's not excited for it. All right, well, that's
really?
going to do it for this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. Be sure to join us next weekend, every week, as we continue to discuss, dissect, and deconstruct each brand new episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. So for Nathan Patrick Brown and Nathan Brown,
hello,
and myself,
sashay away until next week.
Thank you for listening to Drag Race Recap, part of the Afterthought Media Network. If you loved this episode, be sure to follow the show wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a 5-star rating and review. It really helps us grow. For bonus episodes, early releases, and exclusive content, join us at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. Special thanks to these expensive tier Patreon supporters: Supernova Ghoul, Braxton Cahill, Polly Amory, Graham Crackers, Little Delicious, Mike Yeager, Efren Barboza, Pilskit Pony, Scott Dreyer, Myra FG, Emily Tully, Travi Cosmos, Tom Bombs, Jackie Chirinos, Mary Shine, Lucy Carrasco, Astute Girl, Dave, Alona, Runner Brandon, Humble Pie, E. Smith, J. Thomas Plank, Nikki Pettit, Trots Away, Doofus Maximus, Anakins, Kathy Zender, Nikki Baker, Peter, Derek Byers, Clinton Williamson, Coco San Pedro, Poppy Woods, Jazzy Ray, Lauren Eckert, Brad Coley, Katie Whitmire, AJ Norris, and Sarah Yu. Drag Race Recap is an Afterthought Media podcast.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Ford, Senior Awards Correspondent at Vanity Fair and co-host of Little Gold Men. Oscar season is upon us. Little Gold Men takes you behind the scenes of the race for the biggest prize in Hollywood.
There's 100 wrestlers in the room, but only one can be Oscar nominated.
Whether you're a movie lover or an industry buff, Little Gold Men from Vanity Fair has everything you need to know about this year's Oscar race. Follow and listen to Little Gold Men wherever you get your podcasts.